Hello, everybody. It's Matt, and it is Bloodthirsty Thursday already. Oh my gosh. First and foremost, sorry I didn't get a video out to yesterday. I wasn't feeling too well. I know my video would have lacked on enthusiasm and everything that I bring to my videos. Would not have been there. And I want to say I am sorry for not getting some content out for you yesterday. The good news is I have so much content out there already that you could always watch one of my older videos and be just as good. So that's why I try to put out as much content as possible so you guys have something to watch whenever you feel like it. I mean, I love the fact that you guys watch them right after I put them out. That makes my day. It puts a big smile on my face and makes life a lot more enjoyable. And I want to say thank you guys, each and every one of you, for hanging out. Today's movie is an interesting one. It's one from, I forgot to bring up my note here. Boop. There we go. It's one from 2017. It's the unrated director's cut. I think it said an hour and 45 minutes on IMDb, but listed on the back of this, it's only at an hour and 27 minutes. So take that with a grain of salt. I don't know what copy is running that long. I've never seen one that is. And this one's got quite the cast. It's got Ellie Degeer, Anna Rojas-Plumerg, Linea Quigley, who I always love, Millie, Milan, Dilynn, Fawn, Harvey, Douglas, Epps, and Gary Warner Kent. And this is directed by none other than Todd Sheets. And that, like I said, from 2017, and that is Bonehill Road, guys. Yes, this is the, like I said, the unrated director's cut. This is from Wild Eye Entertainment. As far as special features go, there is a behind-the-scenes documentary and trailers. So there's a little bit, not much. There's one of the werewolves right here. It's an interesting take on the werewolf story. Did I like it? I don't know necessarily how I feel about it. I liked the werewolves. I liked parts of the story. There's a whole thing with a serial killer in there that I could have done without, or it could have been I don't know, like, I feel like the guy that played the part tried way too hard to score on it. I feel like if he did it all, if this was a separate film by itself with him, it would have been a little more impactful. It'd have a little more impact. I feel like it would have. You could have made a separate movie with that one there, Todd. I mean, I'm not being negative at all on this film. I do suggest it for people to go out and check it out, especially those of you that like werewolf movies. Good ones are few and far between to find. This one, I wouldn't put it in top tier. I would put it down towards the middle tier. It could be much better, but it could be way, 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 way worse. As far as what the storyline goes, it follows. There's this mother and daughter. It starts out with them, and the mother is getting brutally beaten by her husband. Very nasty, gnarly stuff, and she is able to escape. And as she escapes, they get in a car accident. Because they hit something and they thought it was a bear or something of that nature, and so basically they get down a little further, their tire blows and they get into a wreck and slam into a tree. When they get out to check the tire, it's clearly been chewed on by something, and that it's not a bear and that it's not dead, and it's very much alive and very angry right now. So you go on with that, and then you got this other sub story I was telling you about with a serial killer, and the mother and daughter wind up at one point in the grasp of the serial killer. You do see him early on in the movie, and he has a little creepy line that he throws out there at them, and he asks who they are, and he tells them exactly who he is, and that you basically giving a nod that you're going to see this character a lot more than just this one brief little glimpse right there. The guy, like I said, he's creepy. Um, the sub story, I kind of got a chuckle over his steaks, is what he called them. They were just pieces of beef. It looked like. But it, it was probably steak cut up. But either way, I thought it was the way he would say it kind of gave me a little bit of a chuckle. Definitely had that B movie vibe, which is not a bad thing. I love a good B movie. There were a couple of things with the story other than the serial killer thing, like Linea Quigley's part in here obviously wasn't very long. I did love the nod to Dreaming Purple Neon on there, because she was wearing a Dreaming Purple Neon shirt, which I really really enjoyed that one. I did do a review of that one, guys. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's from gosh, probably like 3 months ago, maybe. It's been a hot minute, so you have to roll back a little bit through the archives, but definitely check that one out. It's worth a watch. Not just my video, but the film in general. It's very 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 fun, and it's not your ideal like blockbuster good film by any means. But it's this fun B flick cheesy movie film where you can tell everybody in it is having a good time and having fun. For the most part, you can get that vibe from this one, but not as much as you did with Dreaming Purple Neon. I still need to watch House of Forbidden Secrets. I got that one. It's the only Todd Sheets films that I own, are this one and those two. I do need to check out more of his stuff, because I've out of the two films of his I've seen, Bonehill Road and oh shoot, Dreaming Purple Neon. I was just talking about it. I do enjoy them. I find entertainment out of them. Now, as far as back to this one, the whole story with the mother, and then the mother and the daughter, at some point or another, the grandfather ends up there, and his acting is just top notch. Like, that's the one thing about this, is like, I can overlook a lot of things. Acting is definitely one of those I can overlook, because I understand independent budgets and the fact that it's hard to find really good actors, especially when it comes to doing independent horror films, because they a lot of the good actors don't want to touch them. They don't want to do that kind of thing. There are ones that do it, and I applaud them very much, because they are able to do a crossover into another genre, or start out in a genre and move into something much bigger, and have a better, a broader stroke when it comes to their work. Jamie Lee Curtis is one that always comes to mind, because she got her start in horror, and she worked her way out, and she's done how many other different genres, and done however many different classics throughout her entire career. So I need to check. That makes me want to check out more of his stuff, because I know there's going to be some other gems throughout there that I need to see. I'm going to leave it alone with the story. There's not a lot more with the story that I want to add, just because I don't want to give away any little tidbits and plot things. I don't want to give away. I'm not into spoilers. That's just not my thing. If you watch my videos, that's one consistent thing I do, is I don't give you spoilers. I will point out a couple of things here or there out of a film, but I do not ever give you the ending or whatnot like that. Now, I think the closest I ever did was maybe the lump of crap I watched the other day. No, I didn't even give away any spoilers on Green River Killer, which, by the way, did you guys watch that? Oh my goodness, what a terrible, terrible, terrible film that was. It's still stuck in my brain on how bad it was. So, it could be, out of all the worst films that you could see Green River Killer. That's pretty low, bottom of the bucket. And Yuli Lamel is quite the director. Okay, so enough about everything else in between. Let's get on to what my ratings are for this one. On a technical side, it's got some hiccups in it. Like there's a shot that I didn't realize it, but it was pointed out to me by Sam Venezi. He showed me that he pointed out that there's a shot that's used 3 times over, and I didn't notice it until he pointed it out, and it really took me by surprise. I thought that was slightly lazy. Um, Maybe there was something that happened at that time. I don't know. I'm not going to be 100% judgmental on that because that's not me. I don't, the only time I'm judgmental is if it's really, really, really bad. I.e. Green River Killer. um, so I'm going to give this one a 2 on the technical side because it's got some hiccups in it, some plot holes, a few things here and there. Now, as far as entertainment goes, I'm gonna give it a 3 because it has enough in there to keep you intrigued without making you feel bored. I guess is what I would say. Not as bored as watching my videos. But anyways, I got to get the hell out of here. My battery's dying. I forgot to plug it in. I thought I had plenty of battery. But so we got a 3 and a 2, so that makes a 5. It's a middle of the road movie. Do check it out though. I know that the Wild Eye release is pretty reasonable on the cost. I think I got this for like $12 or something like that. I got it with some holiday money, fun stuff. All right, guys, I shall get the hell out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got an awesome movie lined up for you, one that is getting a re-release sometime. I don't know if it's this year, but it may be next year. Not 100% yet, but I have two older releases of it. We watched one. We watched it the other night, and it's so good. All right, y'all. Love your faces as always. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Love your faces.